after the break, the best, brightest, and most affordable back-to-school supplies.
The back-to-school commercial started on television back in July, and now, with just a couple of weeks to go before the bell rings, it's time to head out and pick up all the things your kids need in the form of school supplies. But how do you get all that stuff that they want and stay on budget? Parenting expert and author Kathy Buckworth is here this morning, along with helpers Bridget and Nicholas, sporting their brand new knapsacks and ready to go back. Excited to go back?
Yeah.
Excellent. You, Bridget?
Yeah,
A little? So one of the big challenges is it's not cheap. I mean, that's just, at the end, you try to do it well, but you got to get a budget.
You have to set a budget, exactly. And if you have a list of what you're going to shop from, it obviously makes it all the more easier to do. But you also want to save time when you're doing it. We have a big press. Moms and dads both were really busy. A lot of us are still working in the summer. We need time to do it. You want to go to one place, get all the products, make sure the kids like it, especially as they get older. They have personal preferences about things. You want to make sure they like it, that some of the supplies are fun and colorful and they're going to use them, and durable, of course.
Probably, what do you think, like if you go to, right? So you can pick out what colors and things that you want. Have you ever had somebody, your parent maybe come home and say, here's this great thing, and you say, yeah, I don't like the color?
Yeah. Well, you don't say anything, you just kind of pretend it's broken.
Okay.
Oh, so you have to pretend that they like things.
So
I like that already.
Exactly.
Take them with you. Also, when you go to Staples, which is where we got this lineup of products from, they also have lists at the front of the store to suggest what you might need by grade. I remember when I was a kid, the teachers used to send that home. I haven't seen that so much lately with my own kids.
Right.
So it's a great idea. You don't probably need to shop it verbatim, but the kids will know what they're sort of looking for as well.
So this is a whole table full of brightly colored, very cool back to school.
Yes, this is everything from sort of setting up the very youngest child here. We've got a great little V-Reader backpack over here. It slips right onto their back, protects their technology as they're going to and from school.
That's fantastic. It's cushioned.
It's awesome, yeah, for the little guys. And there's our washable, durable lunch bags, very environmentally friendly, of course. This owl design apparently very popular this year with kids. You want to get the lunch bag sorted too. Don't leave it in the hallway too long. Mine are still there from June, I think. So we need to, clean those out or maybe get some new ones. A lot of the school products, particularly I think some of the girls, maybe Bridget's age, who's going into grade 8, might like to match some of the products. They've got some really fun ones here where you can match up all your binders and pencil cases, etc. A new part of going back to school, of course, that I didn't have to deal with is the technology.
Right.
And teachers not only use a lot of technology in the classroom, we don't really see boards like this much anymore, we see smart boards, etc., is that the kids are also engaging with technology as part of their computer class.
That's my class.
Right? That's Ms. Tom. So along with the technology, of course, these terrific over here, we've got these great USB keys. They look like little characters and figurines, etc.
Oh, is that what those are? I didn't even...
That's what these are. And Nicholas, what do you put on USBs?
PowerPoint for school projects. Instead of carrying a big Bristol board or something like that, we can just connect it to the computer and do the whole project on the computer.
Exactly.
So you're not carrying, I mean, you can carry a couple of these in your knapsack as opposed to a ton of stuff.
Yeah, as in carrying a Bristol board in one hand, a bunch of papers in the other. You can just have one little USB to...
And that brings it, and that's the technology aspect of it, is the computers too.
Absolutely, is the computers as well. And that, even middle school age where Bridget is, they're not necessarily taking laptops and that sort of thing to school, but they're certainly expected to know how to use them, of course. What the technology they are taking, of course, at that age is smartphones. And that is
it's a struggle for some parents. Like, at what age do you really want them to have, or maybe it starts earlier? But do you guys have smartphones?
I don't. I have a Samsung phone.
She has a cell phone, so she doesn't have a smartphone. And again, she's going into grade 8, and her school ends at 2:30. She's home in the middle of the day.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes you need to have that sort of extra security if she's going to be coming home on her own and taking the bus. So she has a cell phone. Lots of rules and things to teach kids. That is about the average age, about 13 to 16, when kids are getting their first smartphone. So good for parents to teach them some phone etiquette as well.
Let's talk a little bit about lockers. I know you're not going to get a locker this year, but you will.
Yeah.
And we've got some set up over here. And again, I took a look at this, and it's such cool stuff.
Yeah.
Mine never looked like that. Is there some stuff here that you took a look at that you would like for your locker?
It's good to have like the whiteboard stuff, because if you need to write down, like say you have something after school, like an after school activity, you can write it down because you'll remember to look in your binder at the end of the day.
Exactly. And you of course, are going to keep yours so neat.
Yeah.
She's pretty tidy, actually. I love the organizers that they have in here, but often you're sharing a lot with the
We
partner.
share at our school, so you don't really control if it's neat or not.
No, that's true, but it means you really have to be super organized to make it work well. And speaking of that, home space for homework.
Absolutely. We get the supplies for school, and often what happens is all the supplies go to school with them, and they're in their desks. They come home to do their homework. They don't even have a pencil that they can find. I can never find a pen myself or a pair of scissors, so it's important to make sure you've got enough supplies at the end as well. One thing I wanted to mention as well is that school supplies can be expensive, and a lot of families can't afford them. So right now, until September 9th, you can donate school supplies, or in fact money, to your local Staples, and they'll make sure that kids in the area, kids in need, will get those supplies. So a great thing to keep in mind when you're shopping as well.
And just spin around, show the camera your backpacks, just because they're kind of, I love the design. Aren't they great? Pretty cool.
And I love the, you know, Bridget's got an Angry Birds thing attached to the back of hers there. I kind of like that sometimes versus the character backpack, attaching the character you like now, because they change all the time, and then those can last you year round.
Nicholas and Bridget, good luck this school year. Thanks for coming in. And Kathy, thanks so much. We'll be right back on 10 a.m. Do you